it's a philosopher's and Naneshwara World Peace Dome,
Yes.
which has been evolved in the Pune city near Alandi.
Sure.
And very dome, you may believe it or not, but it has no planner, no designer, no architect, no builder, no crane was used, only once the crane was used.
Yes.
But it is one of the most unique monuments,
Yes.
monumental creation,
Right.
which is today proved to be even the biggest of the
Dome of Peace.
in the India,
Yes.
and possibly in the known human history
Right.
for the first time. I'm using the word in the known human history.
Oh wow. Yes.
There have been many people who are the makers of the world history too,
Sure.
in the field of science, in the field of philosophy, and in the field of spirituality too.
Yes.
The science, religion, spirituality, and philosophy.
Right.
Three subjects, three lines.
Sure.
And possibly for the first time, I don't know, about 15 years back, I've been a very crazy, mad person. And I've been always being a person who understands what is particle physics, what is IT, what is computer, what is Google.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm a believer, firm believer, that there is an invisible energy which binds us together.
Yes.
And it has been the gist of almost all religions. All the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the Bible, Tripitak, Guru Granth Sahib.
Yes.
You take any name of 10, 12 religions which have been really established
Sure.
by some great men. They
Sure.
are again the makers of the world history. But they convey the same message that the ultimate reality, the ultimate truth
Right.
is certainly Almighty God.
Right.
You may God, my name is Vishwanath,
Yes.
your name is
Sonia.
Sonia. So this is given by your mother or father and
Yes.
myself too.
Sure.
The name may differ, but the very life and the mission of your life has been devised and designed by some divine message. So that has been my firm belief. And fortunately, this very reason for which the dome was built up
Yes.
now has been proved to be again a spiritually oriented scientific laboratory
Sure.
is the real matter which gives us the pleasure.
Sure.
I had the passion and fire in my belly to do something very unique, being an engineer, being a Vaishnavite, and the God has been kind enough. And my sister Priyagaka has been reasonably the person who has really showed me the pathway. And today, possibly, whatever you have been trying to ask me now, conferring a PhD is an important issue for anybody, but there are great people in the world who have tens of degrees like this. But in my life, this is just again a small token reason. But the mission which we have taken is to promote the culture of peace based on the value-based universal education system.
Sure.
When I say universal, immediately one would say, what do you talk of universe?
Right.
And there are 192 nations in the world. Every nation has its own tradition, own philosophy, own culture, own geography. But again, madam, I'll tell you, the time-tested values,
Right.
the universal values are common and they are same for every one of us.
Absolutely.
They cannot differ at all.
Absolutely.
And naturally, the question is, in this booklet, if you see, can you give me that
Yes.
booklet?
Sure.
Rather, if you see that it is based on some Vedic text,
Mm-hmm.
which says, it's called as a fellowship.
Yes.
Friends, we are the birds of the same nest. We may wear different skins. We may speak different tongues. We may believe in different religions. We may belong to different cultures. Yet, we share the same home,
So true.
the Mother Earth. Born on the same planet, covered by the same skies, gazing at the same stars, breathing the same air. We must learn to progress together or miserably perish together.
So true.
For a person can live individually but can only survive collectively. So it's
Absolutely.
a wonderful message.
Very nice. So true.
And possibly, let us not call this as a religious
Sure.
message. It applies to all the religions, all the
Yes.
men of the whole world and global society. And we have been trying to contribute our little share that ultimately the solution could be through the education, education and education.
Right.
Education and training possible.
Yes.
Depends on the mother and the father and the teachers and the schools and colleges or universities like MIT World Peace University or whether it is America or Russia or Britain or China or India or any other nation.
Sure.
Possibly we have been trying to understand each other and the best of the best which ultimately help to promote the culture of peace in the society,
Yes.
in the family.
Mm-hmm.
We are trying our
Yes.
best sincerely and I hope that on the present background of this horrifying violence, the bloodshed, massacre, terrorism, and the conflicts going on,
Right.
which is going to destroy,
Yes.
and weapons like biological and chemical weapons, if you do not take care, it can ruin this whole of this
Right.
earth. Instead of getting just only afraid and discussing, we should do something and do
Absolutely.
our own duty,
Sure.
possibly which may show some divine light through
Right.
this education system, is my personal feeling.
You also spoke about the need of the school for consciousness and reality.
That is necessary for people like us
Right.
who are the chancellors, vice chancellors, the professors,
Sure.
teachers. And it is a statement by one of the greatest scientists of the whole world.
Right.
Because till date we never knew that there can be say IT or computer or Google or Facebook.
Right.
But you know it now that before 50 years nothing was going, the world was going on.
Right.
The question is this is also a very scientific and logical thing which proves the presence of that invisible energy or a force which binds us together.
Right.
That is a rule of science, rule of law.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my personal understanding. And I hope the Schrodinger, Penrose, and the Einstein, like great men, they have been advising us. It is our duty, the learned people, the rich people, the rulers who are trying to control the society, that you must understand this, and ultimately it proves ultimately the spiritual component of life.
Right.
That is consciousness. So at least for us and many some people around us, we have started, as they have said, you must start the schools of consciousness and ultimate reality,
Reality.
the
Okay.
ultimate truth.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate truth is nothing but God.
Right.
It is called as God,
Of course.
that word.
Sure.
Somebody says Ram or Rahim or Jesus or Buddha
Right.
or Guru Nanak,
Their own
whatever you
versions.
call it.
Yes.
That has been the concept of God. What is the concept of God basically? That force within,
Mm-hmm.
the energy within, which shows you the divine
The
light
inner self.
and makes you happy.
Yes.
सच्चित आनंद ऐसा एक शब्द है हमारे
Right.
भारतीय में.
So,
So we are on that path.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, what is the power of manifestation?
Not the power of manifestation. Manifestation is a word which is nothing but spreading the message.
Yes. Yes.
It's all pervading,
Right.
all pervading.
Sure.
The whole universe is full of consciousness and intelligence.
Right.
It is intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying, the every particle is intelligent.
Right.
It is conscious,
Yes.
and that's why it is called
Part
the
of
ultimate
universe.
health. हाँ, it's a relationship.
Yes.
जब तक सांस चालू है ना,
Yes.
तब तक है ना.
Bilkul, bilkul.
The moment it is cut,
Yeah,
gone.
it's gone. It's gone.
Mhm.
And which is the teaching of Vivekananda ji, which is closest to your heart?
Vivekananda, whatever he has written and what he has spoken, is the final.
Ultimate.
All the concepts and all the religious scriptures put together, he gives the gist.
Yes.
He gives the meaning of what Om stands for. And when he says the mechanism है ये,
Mm-hmm.
just to open the mouth and blow the air. You and I'm opening up the mouth, just blowing the air through without touching the tongue to the
Yes.
larynx, and then finally close the lips. Is a process.
Right.
It's so wonderful, so scientific. And hence Om is a universal word.
Yes.
In the whole world, there are more than 15,000 languages. In India itself, there are 700 and more languages. Whatever language it may be, the alphabets may be different, the number may be different, but ultimately the mechanism to pronounce the word is one and the same, and that is
Right.
and
And
that
a
is
beautiful